Hi, I'm Daniel, I'm one of Spot's co-founders, and in this video I'll show you how to implement Spot's case management and incident reporting in 3 simple steps. Altogether, this process should take you no longer than 20 minutes. I'll show you how to sign up for a Spot account, get your Spot access link and test incident reporting, and then follow up on your test report. Now there's another short video in which I walk you through the standard interview flow. So in case you're wondering how Spot works in general, I would recommend starting there and have a look at that video first. Now let's talk through the 3 simple steps that you as a Spot administrator will take to implement incident reporting and case management. So let's start with step number 1, sign up for a Spot account. Once you're ready to implement Spot, go to talktospot.com/buy and select the package you need. There are a couple of options available here on the left-hand side, and we explain more about your options on our website. Once you selected the tier that is right for you, enter your company info and credit card details as a next step. You then receive an email with setup instructions. This email also includes a summary of all the other steps to set up your account, but don't worry about this now as we will take you through these steps one email at a time. To access your dashboard, follow the link at the very top of this email to add a password and 2-factor authentication. You'll be taken to a screen where you can set a secure password. You will then be asked to use a 2-factor authentication app. Your company may be using a specific app for this purpose, but you can also download Google Authenticator or Duo for this purpose. So take your mobile phone, download an app like Duo. In the app, then add a new account and you'll be asked to scan a QR code. Once you've done so, the app will show you a passcode. Enter this passcode on your desktop computer, and just like that, your Spot account is ready to use. Now, this brings us to step 2, get your Spot access link and test incident reporting. Let's log into the dashboard by simply going to talktospot.com and find login. Once you're in the dashboard, go to case management on the left-hand side, customizations, and then on this screen, you can make a range of customizations such as adding and removing interviews for misconduct reporting. Spot does offer a range of interviews, long and short, formal and casual, for raising all types of concerns. Simply click to add or remove. Further down, depending on your plan, you can also find a way to create a simple URL for accessing Spot. In my case, I've opted for talktospot.com/DanielsMega Inc. If you continue scrolling, you'll see many other options. One thing to highlight here, depending on your plan, are customizable FAQ. Simply click the arrow to start editing and outline your internal processes for employees in more detail. You can also add a link to your policy's handbook or code of conduct, which will then appear with the FAQ. All interviews work out of the box, so you can give them a try and customize later as you learn more. And once you've customized your Spot instance, don't forget to save changes. The most important thing to communicate to everyone at your organization is where to go to talk to Spot. Employees can access Spot via link or QR code. Find the link for employees in the email you received when you created your Spot account or in the Getting Started section of the dashboard. Copy and paste this link for internal communications. We suggest including it in an announcement email and other rollout posts, adding it to your wiki and handbook, and making sure it appears in other visible places such as your intranet. In the dashboard, you can also download customized posters that feature your logo and a QR code to access Spot. You can print these posters and hang them in your workplace or use them as digital assets. Repeat communication is key so that employees know they're encouraged to speak up should something happen. See our communications guide in the dashboard for more tips. You can find announcement templates in the dashboard as well if you scroll a little further down. Finally, before rolling out incident reporting, We recommend filing a test report so you can see the employee's experience for yourself and then practice following up on that test report. To do so, find that all important access link and make sure to submit the report at the end. And this already brings us to step 3, follow up on your test report. When you receive a report, you as the admin will always be notified via email, and the email looks like this. You may also be notified by group email and in Slack if you set up those notifications. Simply click the link, as I've just did, and you'll be taken to the dashboard, which functions like an inbox for all your reports. Click on the new report and you'll see a timeline similar to the one we already saw from the employee side. I can go into the incident and read a transcript of the interview here. Once I've read the report, I should go through the 4 main actions at the top of the page. The Spot dashboard is designed according to best practices for investigating workplace incidents. The first step is to send a confirmation email. I can use the template or edit it. It's important to send this confirmation immediately to assure the reporter that you received the report and will take appropriate action. Should you have any follow-up questions about what's contained in the report, go on to the next step, the follow-up interview. Here, you can click to get an interview that's very similar to the first interview employees use to raise an issue. I can select an intro, ask specific questions around time or place or who was involved, and let's say I want to know more about the person who treated the reporter inappropriately. If you have any specific questions, you can always add your own custom questions down here. You can even save them for later use. Finally, let's add a conclusion and you're ready to send off the follow-up interview. On the right-hand side, you can preview everything that the bot will say to the employee in this follow-up interview. Once I send off this follow-up interview, the reporter will receive an email with a link to the interview. The link will take them to Spot to answer your follow-up questions. You can do multiple rounds of follow-ups, which then become part of the report documentation. Notify a reporter. This step is for cases where you'd like to inform the reporter about something, for instance, that your investigation is taking a little longer than expected. These are sent as encrypted messages and are one-way communication, so it's important not to ask any questions here. Whenever you need a response from the reporter, please use the follow-up interview feature instead. Now the last step is to close the report and include a note to the reporter which may document what you have done to address the issue. Note that you can always reopen a report from the dashboard. The reporter can also reopen it by adding a new incident. On the right-hand side of a report, you'll find space to leave internal case notes. These notes are visible to you and other admins, but not to the reporter. You can also upload files here and link out to other documents. Finally, there's a range of smaller buttons at the top, allowing you to download all report documentation, interviews, notes, files, follow-ups as one PDF, and depending on your plan, you'll find other features here, such as checking access rights of individual reports, or you can assign the report to a specific admin. And that's it. You made it. To recap what we covered in this video, we covered the 1, 2, 3 of Spot implementation by first creating a Spot account in just a few minutes with basic info about your organization and your credit card details. We then prepared for rollout by finding your access link and test incident reporting. And finally, we manage your test report in the dashboard. We talked about best practices when receiving a report and looked at how the Spot dashboard helps you to consistently follow the same case management steps to keep investigations unbiased and reduce the stress of managing incidents for everyone. So thank you for taking the time to watch this video and learn more about how you can implement Spot at your organization. If you have any questions about this, don't hesitate to reach out to us at hello@talktospot.com. We look forward to working together with you and your team.